Yeah. I think we need to accept that the psychology, the perspective of a customer is not the one we have. And we just need to accept it. We need to be content with customers will not see things from our perspective, nor should we necessarily care. They have a perspective, and our role needs to sort of like interface with that perspective. You brought up education, like helping them see a different perspective sometimes. Sometimes that's going to matter, and we're going to talk about that here in ways that really help overcome this breaking down the bid and feeling like this frustration, like you're getting hammered over the head with this bid. That somebody, hey, you said you're going to do it for this.
And the broken down nature of the bid.
Yes.
Initially.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
Which is kind of what we're talking about.
As we come along as a contractor dealing with this customer kind of psychology, you come along, you give them a price. Sometimes they just look, they gawk, they just don't. You charge what for that? Sometimes that's a response. Sometimes they feel like that's reasonable. You go down and you break down all of the scope, what's being involved. You have exact costs. I remember doing so many of these where you'd say, we're going to do 912 square feet of this at $8 a square foot or $8.04 per square foot, because we want to be precise. And that included your markup and everything else. And then you get, you put all those care and effort into it. And then, your customer kind of assumes that you're kind of almost padding a little bit in there, right? You're going to absorb kind of some deviation, some things that might be variables. They're assuming that if the scope changes ever so slightly, that you have them covered, And there's really something in the back of a lot of your guys' mind too, where you almost subscribe to that as well. Well, that's a minor change. I remember a job I was working on, and the customer, very nice lady, came along. She said, hey, would you, while you guys are here, would you guys put up the shades?
Sounds minor.
And I'm thinking, very new. And think, for sure, we'll take care of that. Well, half a day goes by and we're putting in shades we didn't charge for. That kind of thing adds up over time. And you're setting also, you're educating your customer that this is acceptable and this is free.
Yeah.
So now it's like, what else? Well, they're here.
Push the envelope.
And we get more out of these people. And so anyway, we're kind of like educating that piece of it.